rotors back on. The microphone was weird. I want to get the rotors back on. I've made some hubs thingies to go on my rotors, but I don't want to stick them on until actually I think I'm going to use this other stuff. I'm not going to super glue them on because they might get, if I stick them on wrong, I'll never get them off. So I've got this other glue stuff. It's spray industrial strength glue. Now if I put this on, it will hold these, because the way they go on, like that, and it will give me, I can put some set screws in the hole that I've got there to tighten up onto the shaft, and I'm going to put one on each side. And there's a slight bit of movement on there, but not much. But by using this glue, I'll be able to offset it. So anyway, this is the tricky part, because I don't want to get it all, it's spray glue, so I don't want to get it all over my hands and everything, so I'll have to put this plastic down here and hope for the best. And oop, yeah, the flipping nozzle's clogged up. I'm hoping that the nozzle is clear now. We'll find out. Oop. Sort of. Some freaking glue in the hole, but anyway, I've sprayed the top end, so when I put this on here, like this, it will move around for quite a while until it sets. So I'll do this other one. Much safer than super glue, that's for sure. Right, so I've got that on there. Now I've got to get this rotor on. You've got to put both the rotors on, and because this glue takes, well, several hours to dry. Oops, I should be okay. I think I'll leave that there. These are in the way now. No worries. It gets tighter the further on it goes. Right, one rotor on. I'm glad my 3D prints came out really good. I only had some issues with the actuator things that go on the end, because this end was higher up than that end, and so I couldn't get level on the print bed. It worked anyway. I had to print a template out. It's very thin. After I got it sorted out, and you could see the error on there. It was a bit rough, but yeah, I got it closer than what it was before. Right, so spacers. Right, so minus 10 millimeters on there. I should need is it 2 of these? Actually, let me think. Hang on a minute, let's just hold this up a minute. I need another spacer on the inside. A minute. I've got glue all over the shaft now. No worries, no worries. Glue stuck to me. I've got this glue stuck on this. Can't get it off my finger now. Right. Now my flicking acetone has run out. Try to get the glue off the shaft, or else I'll never get the damn thing off again. Hang on a minute. Stick it on there a second. I need to refill that syringe up. I think a fresh bit of tissue would help as well. Right, I need to put an extra spacer on. I am actually printing some more spacers. You can never have too many spacers. I'm printing the small ones, because if I need the smaller ones, it's fine adjustment. Oh, everything's falling over now. Come on. It's better to be tight than loose. I'll tell you why, because if it's loose, it would get out of balance, but because it's a tight fit, it stays true. For a minute. I hate messing about with the rotors, I really do, because everything's floppy. Right, so I need an extra space on this end. So I'll stick another little one on there. Right, that should be about right. Right. Let's check this again. Oh yeah, we're definitely close now. He grabbed it off me, so yeah, we're definitely close now. Gotta be careful, stick my thumb between it actually. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, it's got to start pulling, you see, on it. That's the right distance. Right, it's just where it starts to grab it. Right. Now I'll stick the other rotor. I've got to do the other rotor. This one. I've got to clean the. I used WD-40 earlier to shine it up, clean it up. I've got to get that off before I put glue on. Yeah, I don't like using super glue as well, because it actually it damages the acrylic actually. So I'm doing this off camera at the moment. Yeah, I took the Captain tape off that was on there earlier, because, well, you can't glue onto Captain tape, and besides I don't think I need it anyway. I left it on the outside. At some point I'm gonna 3D print a collar that goes all the way around the rotor as a reinforcement, just in case this acrylic ever cracks. I want a tight band of ABS plastic around, because if it ever does I mean, if these magnets are fly out and hit you in the face, they're going to kill you like at 1,000 RPM. They're not. It's not fun game. So I need to put a strap all the way around. Ideally, a steel strap would be best, but that would interfere with the magnetics. Right. So. Right. So I'll get some more. Where's that plastic bag gone? The sticky thing. There it is. Need it again. Look, I'm going to the bin now. No, piece of plastic, because, yeah. Right, I've got this stuck on. That won't come off once it dries, and it will give me much more stability as well. I just realised something. Did I get them rub screw holes on the same side? Because, oh yeah, they're near enough. On this one, the grub screw. If they're both on the same, easy to get to from the same angle, it makes it easy to tighten them up. I've got these lined up. Right, so this one can go on next. I need my spacers. So let's see, I think it's minus 10 millimeters, so I think it's 3 of these. Oh no, it's 4 actually. That's right. That's about right. Actually it wants to be, hang on a minute. I need half a spacer on this end. Guess what? I've got half a spacer. That's it. Right. This one. Thank you. Right, that's right. I think. It should be right. Well, you see these hubs measure, it's because I made these hubs. These are 10 millimeters wide as well, so, let's see. I should be right with that one. Well, I'll find out. I'll stick the rotor on and have a look. That glue on the other in the other one, it's gone sticky, so it's hard to get it on. Hang on a minute. Right, get that off a minute. Just a minute. Freaking magnets. Alright. Right, so what I need to do is I need to squirt some of this isopropyl alcohol down the hole down here, because I need the camera a bit. I need to squirt some isopropyl alcohol down this hole because it's sticky. It'll dry out, it will affect the glue. Right, should work. That coil is the thing now. Right, come on, get on. I just want to check the alignment. Come on, get on now. Right. Yeah, that's not far off. I want some slight adjustments on here though. Probably just tiny adjustments in there. It's not far off at all, that. It's very, very close. I had to put it on to check, you see. It's hard to tell until you put it together. Actually, yeah, it's not far off. I think that's about right. You go up to see from that angle. I can't, let me just move the camera around here. Right. If you look at the distances on the left and the right, it should be about the same. The distance between here and here. Right. That looks about the same to me. If it is, I can put my other spacer back on this end here. Oh no, hang on a minute. I think I just realised something. Where's my brass, oh there they are. Oh, I thought I'd lost them. Yeah, I've got brass bushings that go on this end, on the other end. Right. I thought I'd lost them, but they were there. Where's the other one gone? Right, who's the brass here? Oh, it's off camera. Right, I've got these brass bushings that go on this end. Now I need another spacer at this end. So, oops. It should be, actually it should work with, so I'll cut these off first and put this one on. No, that should be right. That should be right. Once I put the end plate on, we should be bang on. So now I've got to put the end plate on. Oh. Right, move this out of the way. Yeah, I think that's right. If it isn't, then I will have to take it apart again, but I want to put it together because you see the tilt. I can't tell properly until this is properly in its bearing because of the tilt angle. I can't tell how straight that is right now, but it looks right. So I'll get my end. Where the hell have I put it? Oh, there it is. Right. So I get my my end section. This thing here. What the hell was that? I heard something fall, I don't know what it was. Oh, damn it. Right. I'm going to take this backing off this double-sided tape. Oh yeah, I'm not going to rivet these clamps on yet. These clamps that go on the end, because once I rivet them on, that's it. It'll be hard to get it apart. Well, I can't get it apart, it just means I've got to unthread the nuts and take the whole end plate off to get to it. So I'll put double-sided tape on for now, because knowing me, I'll probably have to take it apart again. I usually do. So, and the double-sided tape will just stick to the end of here until I'm ready to rivet it properly, but I need to clean that up because it won't stick if it's greasy. Just isopropyl alcohol. I only use that on the acrylic because the acetone seems to damage it. So I need some clean tissue actually. Okay. Might as well clean it all while I'm at it. Yeah, he was mucky. It's really mucky, actually. Well, it has been stood like for 3 years, so it's picked up quite a bit of atmospheric crud. Right, that'll do. Now I should be able to fit these brackets on without any problem. Take the double-sided tape off that one as well. Right, let's try and thread this up. There's a reason why I've got these clips on, is because there's 2 pieces side to side. It's to create a laminated structure. It's stronger that way. I need to get the bearing, the shaft in the bearing. Oh, top bracket. I forgot the top bracket. Hang on. Yay, we're in business. Now I'm going to want to get some nuts on the end, which I'm going to do now. Things shouldn't fly around. Maybe I should back the camera off a bit again. So you can see what we're doing. I'm actually working on this end, so well, that thing can go out of the way now. Where's my other acrylic washers? I've got some more. Right, acrylic washer there. I actually even use acrylic washers. They're just plastic, so nothing metal. Been trying my best to avoid metal things. I think the camera's still not right. Oh, that's better. Yeah, that's better. We can see my. Where's my other acrylic washers over down here? I never use spanners on these plastic nuts because you can strip them too easy. I just finger tight everything. Or a little bit more than finger tight maybe. That's straight. Once I've got the bracket straight, I can let go of it. That one's moved. I haven't changed this plastic piece in here at the bottom. I left that one as it is because I haven't put anything on this side yet. If I put another assembly on, I'm going to use it. I'm going to replace that plastic piece with some more plastic, you know, with 3D printed brackets. But at the moment, I'm just going to leave that in there because it gives me a rough idea of the actual width it's supposed to be. It's my reference point, really. Now, I do need to tighten these nuts a bit more. Actually, I said I wasn't going to use spanners, but I can't get my fingers in there. Oh. I don't want to tighten it, you see, too much. Damn it, where's my camera? I need to work out how tight the others are in relation to these by using the spanner on the other ones to check, because I don't know how to tighten them, you see. So, I see, right. So I need to move this in a bit. It's very loose, actually, right now. Right, that's not too tight. You need to be a bit tight to so they don't flop about. I need them flopping about though when I fit the thing on, so I'll probably have to loosen them again. Oh shit! I keep forgetting about them magnets. Fighting the crap out of me. Those N52s are flipping strong, I tell you. I don't want it too tight. I don't like using spanners on these plastic threads. Okay. Right. That's about right, actually. That is right. It's near enough. I think it's probably about 1 millimetre off. It's much more rigid. Look at that, hardly any wobble at all. It won't be when I tighten it up properly. The top one's not tight yet. Oh, that's definitely more solid. Yeah, do you remember this thing used to wobble about like really crazy? It won't now. Yeah, these are a lot stronger. They're a lot better. There's less movement on there. Only these are tight. The brackets are bending, you know. The actual arms are bending instead of the plastic parts. So that's good. But I need to loosen them again because I just wanted to test it, you see, because you see, if I loosen these, then these on this side are going to get tighter, so I'm going to have to flatten these off again as well. I just wanted to check it. So I've still got the middle part to fit. That's loose. Yeah, that's tight still. I need that loose again. I was just wanting to see how rigid I could get it, and it works really well. Right. Yeah. And so can't see whether that's south there. Let's rotate this one around. South there, so that wants to be north. Yeah, this is going to work great. There's a bit of friction on the belt, so if I take the belt off, it should run really freely now without the belt on. Just get it spinning to make sure it's still running freely. I want to check how balanced it is. Yeah, it's balanced. I mean, the rotors are true still. That's a good thing. I like these plastic hubs now, it looks really cool. It'll stop the bar from rusting as well. Actually, this end isn't. This end wants pushing in a bit more. Oh, it's alright. It'll be alright. It's not going to go anywhere. Let's just stop it a minute. I've got this side movement. Not really. No, that's fine. I'm listening to see if there's anything captured anywhere. Yeah, just freewheeling, I'm just checking the bearings and everything. So it doesn't look exactly like it does in the SketchUp model because I decided to add these hubs on. The hubs will improve my ability, it will improve the friction between the rotor and the drive shaft. So hopefully I won't have to glue them or use set screws, but if I do have to use a set screw to clamp it, and I can do, but I want more friction, you see, between the rotor shaft, the rotor hole and the drive shaft. That way, once I get the rotor set, they aren't going to move out of alignment. I seem to have got much more friction now, which is what I was looking for. So I can still get them off without fighting about with glue. You know, that's the thing, because once you glue them, the super glue, they're really a pain to get off. I mean, earlier on today, I was fighting the super glue bond, and I hate doing that. And I waited for it to stop because I wanted to see if it's balanced, see if it stops and then goes backwards, and you know what I mean. And I need to run it a bit as well. Every time I take this apart, it needs to settle in again for some reason. It's slowing down quicker than it did before. That's something. It might be the bearings might want lubricating. My cushion's fighting me, it's going to fall off, I think. Is it going to go backwards? Yeah, it's still slightly off balance, but that's not far off. See, these rotors, if they're slightly heavier on one side, I just rotate them. Let's see, south down there. Let's see, I need to move it. Oh, they've got offset again. And we have to remark what these are because the markings, I've cleaned the markings off. South, north, offset. Right. Right. I do write on there what the, because I want to offset it so that if we turn this around 180 degrees, we should have it balanced there now. That's at south. Oh, north. Let's see if that's balanced. Oh, it's worse. Right, hang on. I am going to have to use something to stick these though, because I think one of them's too loose. It's this one on the right that's too loose. That's not far off. I'll spin it up slowly. I don't want that other rotor to slip. I'm going to have to find a screw to tighten it up. I might have one. I mean, when this thing gets up to 1000 RPM, it matters that it's balanced, you know. I've had it above 1000, I've had it about 1200 RPM without any problem. Right. So those extra spaces I was printing, I might not need them after all. Oh, this end isn't. Yeah. I'm going to need more space. I am going to need no space on this end actually. Definitely. A small one. Because my brass bushings aren't pushing against anything. Because this brass bushing at this end is just moving about. So I think based on that gap it'll be the width of one of these smaller ones. which I'm printing out at the moment. So it's not too late to put that in, because it's right up on this end, so I can just take this end off. And it's easier to get that end off than it is this end. You know, this end's harder to get off. Why is this loose? I thought I'd tighten it up. Oh, it's actually, the double-sided tape isn't sticking on there yet, but I'll probably, once I rivet this together, once I put rivets in there, it'll be much more solid. It'll be rock solid by that, if I put rivets in there. I bought some rivets, by the way. I've got a big box of them now. Actually, I need to check the length. Hang on a minute. Right, I've got this big box of rivets from a local store, and they're actually 10mm long. And I've got a bag of these off eBay, and I think they're a bit longer than that. I think they're 15. I think. Ooh, it's getting close. Because I countersunk the holes, by the way, so I'll probably have to use the ones I got from eBay. I've only got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've only got 7 of those, so if I just put 1 in each one, that would do it. But I don't want to put them in yet, you see, because I'll have a job getting it apart. The brackets are countersunk, so the rivets will go quite a long way in before they actually start to go through. About halfway, so that would probably reach. But I'm worried about using rivets because it might split the perspex. That's the thing. I'm worried that when I clamp it, it might split the perspex. So I don't know. I might end up having to use some nuts and bolts, and if I do that, are they far enough away from the magnets? I think so, but I could go and get some aluminium rivet nuts and bolts off eBay, I suppose, when I get some cash on me. A bit tight again. But that would certainly work. But it might split the perspex, and I don't want that to happen, because these, when you clamp them, there's a lot of force on the end, on the tip. It could split it. Unless I did it from this side, and I wouldn't be too worried about it clamping up inside the ABS. That would probably be best, to clamp it from this side. You know, because the end will fatten up. So if that fattens up inside the ABS, that won't be a big problem. And I could do it like that. But these, I think these are 15mm. The ones I got off eBay. Let's see. Oh, maybe no, that's a 12. They're about the same, actually. Pretty close. I haven't even opened the box yet, so they're about the same, I think. I think one's off eBay an extra millimetre. That's how much difference there is. Well, I won't be running it today, that's for sure, because I've got to wait for certain things to dry out a bit more. I've got some clamps I've soaked in ABS, which is soft at the moment. I've got two of these little clamps, and these replace these elastic bands, because the way they work is they go between like that, hold it together like that, they clip on, and there's one on each side, but they're a bit soft. Well, I probably can put them on, but they haven't got much springiness at the moment. There's two of them. I put these on here like this. The way I shaped them was we've got a hook on the end so they don't fall off, and like that, and they're going like that to hold the assembly together, and then I take the elastic bands off. And those plastic things, I measured them, they're about the same height as the ferrite, so it won't collide with anything. And we can actually see, I can actually try hooking this up, and I think it will be a bit floppy at the moment because I haven't tightened the nuts, but I want to see if it's going to jump either way. Hope not. It's going to line up really well. Let's get this top clamp on so it stops it from jumping around. That's good. Actually, I will tighten these nuts up a bit. See, there's a certain amount of movement left and right, you see, for adjusting this. I've got a slight amount of movement, so if I want to be more this way, I can come this way a bit. I'm going to tighten these up. I have to tighten the end one up as well because this gets loose. It's all one bar. That's pretty good actually. That's pretty good. I haven't got the bottom one on yet. Let's just hang it and see what happens. Oop! It has got pulled over though because I haven't got the bottom thing on yet. I don't want to smash my ferrites. But it's lining up, right? It's definitely lining up. Let's see how much drag there is. Just holding it. It's actually not bad. Very, very little drag. That's with it running, look, with these ferrites in place. Very, very little drag, look at that. I can feel it vibrating from my hand. There is a bit of wobble because I haven't got the bottom on yet. Right, let's get this. Let's connect the bottom up anywhere. We'll see what it goes like. So let's see. It's getting which is which now. So that's the bottom end. No, that's that one. That one. Let's get the other one on. Come on. Let's get the bracing bracket in place on the bottom. Just want to see how it looks. Right, the bracing bracket's in place on the bottom. Now to get this angled right. At the moment, I think I've got this one way around. Hang on. Take that off a minute. It's funny, isn't it? You build something, you design something, and you put it one way around. Dude. Right. Now. Oh, what have I done? Oh, I forgot to take the bracing clamp off. That's right. Right. It proves it works. That goes in that hole. That goes in that hole. Just a minute. That goes in there. That goes up at the top. Put something like that. Right, now I'll put the bracing clamp on. And look at that. It's not it's not pulling either to left or right. Look at that. Now let's rotate. Look at this. It's not moving. It's not moving. It's not wobbling. Yay! Oh, I haven't got it far enough in. Right, it should be about there. Right. Yeah, it's working. It's working. I mean, it's not being pulled to the magnets, that's the thing. Yeah. I'll turn it around so you can see better. Right. I could actually lift it up now. Now, there's the assembly. Now, I'll move the camera down a bit. That way. Sorry, I'm in the light right now. Right, there's the assembly. Right, that I did in SketchUp. And once I get this lined up properly, the little, where's my plastic thingy gone? Oh! Where's it? This will do. These little plastic anchors that are at the bottom here, right, they'll be fixed permanently. I'll superglue these to the outer pin here, so this no longer can do that, right? So it can no longer twist like that. Once I get this lined up properly, right? And once that's done, I can still take it apart because this inside one, the inside pin, when I take this clamp off, will uncouple, and I can take this one and that one off at the same time. They will come off together. So these little bracing clamps stop it from twisting like that, right? Stop it from twisting that way and that way. So the whole mechanism basically is kept straight. And these little clamps, when I take them off, it will start to flop more. There's only one problem though. I made a little boo-boo when I was scaling this, and the little clips that go on the back were in the wrong place, so I had to cut them off. So I'm going to have to 3D print another one of these with a corrected clip on it. But it's alright, it still holds. It just falls off easy. But at least it does the job. So as you can see, oops, it's actually pulling on these right now to hold them straight. Yeah, it definitely works, look at that. You can actually hear it vibrating and stuff. Oh, what's happening? Oh, the plastic thing there is catching on there. Why is that? Oh, the rotor's not fixed, that's why, the rotor's moving. Yeah, it's because I need another spacer in. That rotor's moved. Yeah. I need, let's see. Yeah, that's alright. But you see, if it does start to catch on anything, it's going to bump into the plastic things before it bumps into the ferrite, which is important, because I don't want to smash my ferrites up, do I? What I could do is just check to see if there's any AC on these coils, just for curiosity. Let's see if I can get over the wires. Just turn it by hand, I mean. I'm not going to be driving it with the motor until I've finished it properly, but I could still put my meter on just to see what we get. If we get any AC, it could be a lot more efficient than the other one. I mean, this can go up to 1,000 RPM, so let's see if we can get any voltage AC on that bottom coil. Actually, I've connected to the top coil, it's easier. I can see the wires. Just one coil, we're only going to connect to the top coil. Just to see if there's any juice coming out of it. Right, that's on the top coil. I hope I don't break the wires off. Right, don't short them either. Right, let's watch and see if we get anything. This is just a test. Yeah, we're actually getting. I mean, I'm hardly moving. It's only 0.29 of a volt, but that's better than the old system anyway, which we have to go pretty fast to get anything out of it. Can't expect much at this speed. Oh. I might have even knocked the rotors out of sync, I think I have. Just a minute. South. Yeah, they're out of sync. South. No, go for it. Easy to knock out of sync at the moment. I haven't glued them, you see, or anything. I need to find a set screw. We're only checking one coil at the moment, anyway. There's actually the two end actuator coils, and then there's secondary coils in the middle. Let's see what the actuator coils on the ends do. Just a minute, let's see what they've got on them. Where's the other wire gone? Can't see it. Oh, there you are. Can't see it. I'm blind as a bat. The actuator coils are actually right on the end. My thing will stay on. Is that connected? I don't know if it's connected or not. Oh, it must be. I'm only going at 78 RPM right now, and I've got 0.13, so don't expect much at this speed. Yeah, I'll get some juice on it and see. Of course I could bring the rotors in a bit more if I want. They are a little bit far out at the moment, a little bit too far apart really, but they're not far off. This is much more steady than it used to be. Let's see. South. I'm just checking to make sure they haven't moved. Well, I could, in theory, put some juice on that motor and put the belt on and speed it up and see what happens. But yeah, I want to let things dry out properly really, because what's tapping? Oh, it's that plastic. Yeah, that end is a bit closer to this end, so there's definitely, yeah, I need to readjust that. The left side is closer than the right. It must have moved. Hang on. Yeah, it has. It's because I haven't got enough spaces on. I can't get very fast at turning it by hand. Now it's going to catch on that plastic. Well, I got half a fault. Well, we'll see later. I have to sort the offsets out. There's still some slight offset. It used to be further to the left. Oh. So, yeah. And I can bring them closer in as well once I get this sorted out. There's yeah, I need to add a bit more spacer to the right hand side because the bearing, these spacers, actually I could stick a thin washer in there. I only need about 2mm. Oh, I know what I can do to sort that out. I could temporarily is to get a piece of plastic and wedge it in there. One of these thin, very thin plastic washers or something. Oh, let's see if this will wedge in there between these spaces. That needs to be moved up. Ah, God, that's gone a bit too far now. Oh. Too far now. Oops. Just a minute. Oh, actually, there's enough friction that it won't slip by itself once I get it right. Right, get that about there. And that's south. That's north. Bring that north in a bit more. Huh, that's better. That's better. So actually those spaces in the middle are doing most of the work. They're keeping the rotors apart. That's the important bit. But I do need to adjust the spaces on the ends, but they don't seem to be as critical because there's so much friction on these. They're not really moving. And he said that this rotor is not lined up with that one. So I have to find some set screws, I think. Let's see, which one's loose? It's the one on the right. So this one on this side wants a set screw in there. I'm going to see if I can find something just to rip into that hole. It's about 2 millimeters, so the hole size. Oh, this might work. It's aluminium by the looks of it, as well. Oh no, it's not steel. It's galvanized, but let's see if I can get it in the hole without the magnets grabbing it first. Oh, I could come around this side and put it in this one, which is easy to get to. I've got set screw holes on each side now, so. You know what, the bloody screw's too small. But, I could stick some ABS melted ABS stuff in there and fill the hole a bit and then tighten it. But let's see if I can find a bigger screw. Because I'd have to wait for that to dry overnight. Right, will this one fit? Oh, maybe. It's a self-tap it as well. The magnets might grab it. I don't want anything flying out at 1000 RPM and hitting me in the face, that's the thing. It's a bit long. Oh! Magnets grabbed it. No, I don't like that one, it's too long. Those self-tappets are a real swine to cut as well because they're so frigging. They're hardened, I think. They have to be to cut through metal. Let's try this one. That's going in. Oh, screwdriver. Right, let's check if that's gripped. I'm worried about splitting my collar because it's still soft. I said earlier that I had to let it dry out because I soaked with ABS into it. It actually does grip a bit. It is gripping a bit, so I can feel it's tighter now. Kind of see the screw, I think, maybe. Maybe you can't see it, I don't know. You see that? It's not loose like it was. That's better. The only problem I can foresee is that these coils like to resonate at a few kilohertz, and there's no way I'm going to get to that frequency because I did the online calculator thing, and 1,000 RPM times, well, there's 12 magnets in the rotor, so divided by 6, which would be the full cycles. So 1,000 RPM times 6 would come to 100 Hertz at frequency. That's what it says. So, I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to work better than that, but we'll see when we get up to 1,000, won't we? But it's definitely not wobbling like it used to do, but it might do if I bring it close, I suppose, but it is pretty strong. It is quite rigid now. Once you get in the middle, once it's properly balanced, it shouldn't wobble at all. You can tell it's got very little cogging on it because it actually is able to just skip backwards a few. You can actually see when it stops if I rotate it clockwise as well as anti-clockwise. It's got very little cogging on it. That's because the magnets are quite close together. So as one magnet's phasing out, the other magnet's phasing in, so it helps to overcome that lens effect. Trying to get this up to speed a bit by turning it with my hand. I'm much happy about it. I'm much happy about this new design than the old one, because the old one had the thing at the bottom, and every time I picked it up the bottom thing came away, and this gives me more control over the, you know, I mean I can pick it up while it's running as well, which is really cool. Right, did it slip? Let's see. No. So, nope, it hasn't slipped this time. When I was feeding it with my finger, before, he was getting out of, the rotor on the right was getting out of sync with the one on the left, because that one's going to be south and this one's going to be north. And if the magnet, one rotor slips and you've got both south on each end, it's just not going to work. Because you've got to switch, it's got to create an AC field. And the only way to do that is to alternate it from north, south, then north, south, and so on. Anyway, my other spaces are ready. Yay! I'll have to clean them up with my knife. I'll probably put these on later. I don't think I'm going to do it tonight though, because I'm tired. I've been awake for a long time. I'm not very happy with this red stuff. It's the pink stuff was a lot better. I didn't have as much entrails, if you like. That's what they call it. Bit sticking out when it's finished printing. Let's see. Oops. I've got to treat these with acetone now. You won't be able to see what I'm doing, I suppose, but just putting acetone on them to make them stronger. When it dries, it will be a lot stronger. Right, leave that to dry somewhere. Oh, sorry, I made myself jump then. Caught the mic with my knife, my sharpie thingy, what you call it. going to chill out and have a think about things and think about how much closer. I'll put my belt back on actually, I think. I might be able to put, I might be able to spin this up with some juice actually. I could put it on the power. And I'm just a little bit reluctant at this point now until I've got everything checked out properly. I don't want to be taking up to 1000 RPM and then have a catastrophe where this crashes into it and then bits fly everywhere. You know, I want to make sure I've got this clamp, for example, at the bottom. Then I'm going to 3D print another one that clips on and won't vibrate loose and fly off, because if this comes off while it's moving, the whole thing can move and hit the rotors. Look, it moves without this on. With this on, it doesn't move. You see. Now I'm pushing this, look, it's not moving. Take this off, now it's crashed into the, bumped right into the rotor. Right, that's how much difference this thing makes. Yeah. And I had to cut a piece off because it wasn't, I'd scaled something wrong on it and messed it up. And I could stick some tape around to hold it on, I suppose, but that's messy. It won't take a what, 2 hours or something to print another one of them brackets. Maybe an hour and a half. The top one's okay. It's a bit sloppy on mine. The hooks stay there though, it won't come off. It's a bit sloppy on the top, but it works, that's the thing. But, in saying that, I want to put a little bit of juice on it, I really do. Maybe I could put, let's see, maybe I could go up to, let's see, 6 or 7 volts and see. I'll just hold it while it's doing it, maybe. I've got no RPM meter hooked up yet either, so I don't know how fast it's going, you see. But, I want to know. I want to know these things. Right, let me just put this voltage on something safe. Right. I'm gonna do a little test. Why not? So, you only live once. Right, so if I connect this up to the, which is negative on the motor, I forgot now. Negative's that one. So I've got a capacitor on here, you see. I want to check my motor bracket as well. Right, let's see. Okay, we're powered. I'm going to keep my fingers on this. We're actually drawing about 120 milliamps right now. It is accelerating. I have to put my meter on it, yeah. I'll turn it off a minute. Just disconnect the power a minute. I know, I can put a close peg on that thing, can't I? Close peg, where are you? That should hold it from flying off. As long as the magnet doesn't pull the spring out of it. Well, that'll work. I feel a bit safer now. Until I get a new clip, until I've reprinted that thing. Yeah, that'll work. It won't come off now. Right, yeah, I'm going to put my other meter up again. I want to see what AC I'm going to get of it. Oh, one coil. I'm only going to be measuring one coil. It's actually easy to connect to this side as well and see what I'm doing. Right, I'm just going to connect to that one coil and we'll see what happens. Remember, the gaps can be closed up even more. I'm being very liberal, not, is it the word liberal? With conservative, is it, at the moment. Right, let's connect back up again. I think I have to start it by hand a bit though, because, oh, it is going by itself now. Okay, let me put the meter where you can see it. That's AC. I don't even know where we are at. What's that? Oh, we're not at a great amount of voltage yet. But we're not going very fast either. Don't expect too much yet. We're nowhere near 1,000 RPM yet. Let me just put this on current a minute. Oh, 1.5 volts, let's put it on current. Oh my god! I've got 116 milliamps. That's better than the old one. That's actually more than what I'm putting in right now. Mind you, it's at low voltage. Well, it's not picking up very much speed, that's the thing. I remember I had to lubricate the bearings on this because it would dry out and would get quite friction, a lot of friction on them. The motor's using 90 milliamps. At about 8 volts. Oh, that's why we're not going fast, because I put the voltage very low, didn't I? Yeah, do. We aren't even putting in the full 9 volts. Well, now I've got the clothes pegs on, let's take the voltage a bit more. Right, we should be speeding up now. We're at 9 volts. What are we at? Going into the motor. I hope the magnets don't fly out and hit my monitor. I'll have to get a new monitor. How much current can we get out of this? Let's put it on current a minute. $160 milliamps it went up to just then. Oh, it's dropping now. 130. What's that? 137 milliamps we're actually getting out. It's not bad. It's a lot better than what I used to do. What I used to get out of it on the rotary system. And I'm not noticing much of a slowdown either. I can't tell if it is or not. Oh, let's go to frequency. I've got the RPM meter on at the moment. 65 Hz. It's going a bit faster. Back on AC volts. It won't be balanced yet though, don't forget, because I haven't finished wiring up them coils yet, and I've got to wire those. Yeah, my bearings definitely have some issues. I can hear them grinding a bit. Oh yeah, let's put some WD-40 in there. Oh, what a difference. It's setting off now. I think, can't tell. I've got some issues with my bearings, I think. I think this other one of this end what's doing as well. We're only pulling out of one coil at the moment. There's actually the actuator coils on the ends, so there's actually 6 coils on there. See if I can measure the bottom one. Let's see the bottom connection, yeah. Measure the bottom coil. If I can hook onto it. Am I on it? Oh yeah. Yeah, we're on it. That's the bottom coil. So if I wired both those coils in series, I would have about 4 volts at the moment. There's quite a bit to go yet. There's a lot more tweaking to do. I mean, this is just one pair of coils as well, because I was going to put some on the other side as well, so we'd have 8 coils. Well, there's the smaller coils on the end, so that would actually equate to 12 coils, but the actuator coils, I was going to wire them in series with each other so that they reinforce each other to cancel out the length effect, which is something I want to try out later on, but not at the moment. So there's all sorts of things to do, and we aren't even going very fast. I would estimate that I think we're at about 300 RPM right now. Hang on, frequency, let's see. 67 hertz, 66 hertz, so that would be, actually that's about 500 RPM, I think. Oh, no, it's 550 RPM at that frequency, so it'd be about that. So we're not running very fast right now. I'm having issues with my bearing on the end again because it seems to be grating a bit. I'm going to try and squirt a bit of oil in there because that WD-40 is it's not very good. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Bit of graphite oil. And that should permeate through the bearing. What are we at? We're actually above 2 volts right now, that's good. So we have gone a bit faster. You know, I haven't even glued those things in place and yet they seem to be happy there. They seem to be quite happy. Ugh. Which is kind of cool, because it's nice that you don't have to glue something if it works without gluing it. I have definitely got problems with my bearings, so that's causing a big problem with speed. Because I've had problems with these bearings before. They're from China, they're not very good. Oh, there's no wonder it's not going very fast. The actuator is catching on the drive shaft. Dude. That's why it was slowing down. Right, so the spaces in the middle were catching on the thing, it's not the bearings. So that's why. Right, okay. That's what was causing all that noise. Now we're picking up some speed. So I probably will have to glue that at some point. I told you things need tweaking. Right. So all that noise was coming from the rotor spaces in the middle catching on this frame. I've got to hold it now. Actually, I could put something underneath there to hold it up. Yeah, do it while it's running. Yeah. That's not going to be high enough. I'm looking for something that's non-magnetic. Solder? Wow! I just felt something on this. Oh yeah, there's a magnet in there. That's what it is. Okay, that's propped that up. Okay. Okay, it should start speeding up. I don't even know if I've got my magnets lined up properly with it at the moment, so I can't tell because it's going so bloody fast. I think we're a bit out of alignment. Yeah, you can hear my bearings crunching. Oh, it's moved. It's moved offset a bit again. I need to. That rotor's moved. I'll have to turn it off a minute. Alright, I'll disconnect it and we'll just. Yeah, it's because I haven't got them spaces properly on there yet. It's slowly moved this to the left a bit. This rotor's moved that way, pushing that one that way. There's a gap on this side is bigger than the gap on this side, I can see it. So, yeah, need to sort that out. Much better. Right, so this one, let's see, that's north. Well, at least they haven't moved offset, they've just slid along a bit. So this one wants moving back. A bit. This one wants moving this way a bit. And I didn't even undo my set screw. Doesn't matter how it moved. Right, that should be about right. Nose. Right, so check alignment. Yeah, I could definitely bring this in more. But yeah, that's got them back in the middle again. Oops. Oops, I'm knocking my belt off now. Yeah, that's better, it's not catching anything. Listen to this bearing. Can you hear it? The whole table's vibrating. I haven't got it balanced properly yet either. That's probably why it moved, because it isn't properly balanced. You have to rebalance it all. Ah, bloody bearings. Oh, my coffee's gone cold. Well, it's really quieter now. Once we get these spaces perfect, it won't budge either way, it'll stay in the middle. And at the moment, it's drifting slightly every vibration, because the whole table's vibrating, because it's not balanced yet. It's like a mini earthquake. That gap these gaps are too big anyway at the moment. Right, so can I connect these two coils in series? I wanted to get 4 volts out and put it through my bridge rectifier, you see. I'll probably do that another day, because there's still things I need to balance out properly before I start doing proper tests. Once I get the spaces right, I can bring these rotors closer together. I can't get them much closer together because these plastic things will catch, you see, so they are pretty close. Actually, it can go a bit more. This is a bit risky what I'm doing right now. I want to feel the magnetic field on my tweezers, on my nail file. Oh, it's quite... It actually went down by doing that, I think. But there's a hell of a magnetic field. On those ferrites, they're getting a hell of a kick, that's for sure. So that's probably why I've got a lot of current there. Let's have a look. $139 milliamps. Well, it's dropped a bit. It is slowing down at the moment though, because I haven't got it configured the way I want it configured. Check frequency. 61 hertz, 62 hertz, 63 hertz. So 64 hertz, 65 hertz, 65 hertz. It was actually, it did actually slow down a bit, yeah. But not a lot, because considering I was pulling all that current out of it, it didn't slow down much, which is good. I mean, it was a virtual short through the meter. Let's put it's back on volts. Let's put this resistor across the coil. Where's that resistor gone? Oh, where are you gone? Where are you gone? Oh, I just have to put it away. Should be around here somewhere. I'm looking for that 10 ohm resistor because I want to put that across the coil. Can't see it. I'll have to go in my resistor box again. Oh, damn it. Where's that gone? I found it. Right, so if I stick this 10 ohm resistor, I'll put it across the other coil actually. Right. First, oh yeah, it's just slowing down because the other voltage on the other coil is dropping. Right, okay, so there's a lot of tweaking to do yet. Right, let's stick this one on frequency. Right, so 0.067 is 67 hertz, so it's obviously climbing a bit. Now stick this across this other coil. I don't expect much at the moment. Should start to slow down a touch, but not much. We are loading it through a 10 ohm resistor right now on the other coil. Well, it's not dropping much. Hang on a minute. I want to make sure I'm connected properly. Right. I'm going to twist that wire around it. Oh, it might snap it off. Right, just hold it. Yeah, it's definitely slowing down a bit. This resistor is getting warm. Well, I did see this in the previous rotary system. You do get a slight amount of lens effect. Now, when I wire those coils up, the coils on the outside and cross-connect them, I'm hoping that that's going to help block that. That's objective. Because they are going through concentrics, which inverts everything. So it's fiddly to do it right now when I'm tired. I've been awake for God knows what, 18 hours, well 19 hours, so I don't fancy doing it right now. It means getting my soldering iron out and soldering the wires up and everything, I just don't fancy it. Besides, I like to do it during the day, really. But yeah, we're definitely getting more juice out of this thing than I used to get out of it, because the ferrite cores are much more efficient. I think I used to get, God, I can't remember, I have to go look at my old videos. Oh, we're still on frequency, aren't we? Hang on. Back up AC volts. Let's measure this on the 10 ohm range. The reason I'm measuring it on the 10 ohm range is because it goes through a bus bar, solid copper. 130 milliamps short circuit through that bus bar. One volts AC again. I've got to burn this motor out, so what's the temperature of this motor? Well, it's cool. But we are nowhere near 1000 RPM, that's for sure, so I have got more drag somewhere. Yeah, I need to deal with that. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll probably do some more stuff tomorrow when I get some things tweaked and get this. I've got to take this apart again and put those new spacers on. I've got a 10mm gap to fill it at this end. Oh, actually, that's more like. Actually, now I've got these spaces. Oh, they're stuck to my blooming. Oh, where's the other one gone? I've dropped them on the floor. Yeah, they're stuck to my disc. I've got them. Right, so this one. Catching myself. This one should fill that gap. Yeah, it will. Just about. I have to take the other brass one off and then it will be just right. So that's going to fit in there, no problem. But then I'm going to, actually at some point, I would like to make something that makes it easy to adjust the distance of the rotors. And I was thinking of some kind of a concertina 3D printed thing which has a spring action on it. To allow it to be slightly adjusted a bit and compressed a bit, you know what I mean? It's possible. Fiddly though. I want to make more coffee because look at this thing, it's wobbling like crazy. Look at this. Oh, can you see it's wobbling about? It's out of balance, you see. I need to balance it out again. I put that there because this thing's wobbling. But it's not so much there. It's more there. You can't see it there. At least it's dead central now. It's not sliding up. It's much more in the middle. But I will say that the solid state actuation, I've got a lot more voltage out, but that's because of the higher frequency. You see, if I want to get more voltage out of this, what I would have to do is increase the size of the secondary bobbins that are in the middle and expand them a bit more to lower the frequency so that the frequency was close to the frequency of the rotary system. So by bringing the frequency down and also by having more coil wire on there, I'll get more voltage and more current. And that is easy to do. It's not a big deal now that I'm using ferrite cores. So remember, I'm using very narrow coils right at the moment, and I can actually expand them a bit more. I can go out more because the ferrite cores are very efficient. You don't really lose much on there. So I've got plenty of room to expand outwards, you see. You know, I've got a lot of space on the edges, so I could make the bobbin slightly longer, and have bigger, more turns effectively, so I can have more voltage coming out of each coil, and more current as well. Because when I designed this, I designed it for the solid state. These coils are for higher frequency. I designed it for that really higher frequency. So yeah, there's all sorts of things that can be changed to. Also, I could put capacitors across the coils to reduce the frequency as well, I suppose. I'm not sure exactly what will happen if I stick 100 nanofarad across this coil. Let's find out. Oh, it's a bit. The wires are very short. Jumper lead. Find another jumper lead. I'll use that one. Right, so if I clip this onto the capacitor, let's see what happens. Oops. Oh, damn it. These Chinese leads are terrible. It's going to be difficult to connect onto this. I can't see my meter, hang on. I want to see first. Instantly, instead of watching it on the delay. Actually, the 100N doesn't do a damn thing. I suppose it won't, because this is more, it's a much purer sine wave coming off here. .10, take it off. Right, just go up a bit. It's gone down to 2.09. When I put this 100N across it, to 2.10, just go a touch. Actually, what I need to do is clip that on the other end, and then, because that wire is so difficult to reach. See if I've got a good connection on it. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Now I'm not seeing any difference. Oh well. Yeah, I'm going to need to put a bigger coil in there, I think. A longer one, I mean. And also get the speed up. Anyway, I'm going to go and make a copper. I think I'm trusted, it's not going to blow up on me now. It's not going to go fast enough. I think the point I'm trying to make is, hang on a minute. Is overcoming the lens effect is, even if you were to overcome it by 60%, that's an achievement, because to overcome it a 100% is very unlikely, because you're always going to have a small amount of loss somewhere. But the important thing is, can you achieve a state where you're actually able to generate more power coming out than what you have going in? That is the main objective. So obviously, even if the lens effect is still in play, is it to an extent? Is it to the extent where it makes the whole device design, the whole principle of design, ineffective or useless, or do you actually have a gain? I mean, what's important is the net gain coming out. So if we can get a good net gain coming out and have a minimal amount of lensing taking place, even if it's 20%, then that's an achievement, isn't it? I would say. But yeah. Because I know that there are certain situations where you put a load on something and it just completely stalls out on you. Well, it's not doing that on me, so that's good. I'm losing a few RPMs, yeah, but will say that it's possible that my ferrite cores, the actual half cores on the ends there, I could do it, maybe, I'll just try and rotate it without centrifugal force pulling it apart. Or should I say gyroscopic force twisting the whole thing apart. Yeah, so by having it at that angle, I'll be able to show you a bit better, but what I'm talking about is my moons are using plastic now. My half, the ferrite cores on here, there's quite a large surface area. I think previously I was using some smaller ones, so it might be an idea for me to put some smaller ones in there. I don't know yet, but we'll find out. I think I was using these green ones at one point, but I need to get more of those. These tiny little green ones. Yeah, they're very tiny. I went and encapsulated some of them inside of ABS plastic, but I suppose I could still use them. I was grinding some coils, you see, so I ended up using 4 of them. I was winding a high voltage choke, and I 3D printed some plastic covers for these little green cores, right, and put them on. That's what they look like with the plastic covers on, and then I used acetone to melt them on and bond them to form a thick skin all the way around the ABS, so I could wind high voltage filter wires around without them leaking through the insulation of the ferrite, because this insulation is very poor and it was arcing through. But by using thicker ABS plastic, it made a good insulation. Obviously it doesn't get hot, it's just a choke. And as you can see, I've got a whole bunch of these all embedded in ABS plastic. I could melt it off, stick it in acetone and melt them off again. I might even do that. But it was a lot of effort, and I did a whole bunch of them just doing there. These are the little tiny covers that were put them in afterwards. The insulation. But yeah. But I don't think that's the main issue. I want as much flux getting through as possible. Right, I'm going to turn the juice off and let it wind down slowly. What I'll do is I'll turn the juice off, right, the power to the motor, and I'm going to take the belt off because I want to see how long it takes to slow down without the motor friction on the belt slowing it down. I want to just let it free run to a stop. So first thing I'll do is take the belt off, which is now. Just get the motor. It's free running right now without any power up going in. So it's just freewheeling right now. Them bearings have got some issues. I can hear them grinding away. I need to find some better bearings. Sorry, you can tell from that it has very little drag really. And the fact that when I short them coils out, I was pulling out 130 milliamps, that's very encouraging, considering that previous build, I wasn't getting anything like that. I think I was getting something like 15, 20, 30 milliamps or something. It wasn't enough, anyway, it wasn't enough to be bothered to rectify it at the time, to drive anything. That's why we didn't do any real tests with the output previously, because there wasn't enough there to drive anything like LEDs or anything. But in this situation, there is enough, because I could put that through a boost rectifier, I could put it from a rectifier system, put it through a boost regulator to run to power LEDs, which is something I couldn't do before, which on this rotary system anyway. So it's definitely better than it was. I'll have to go look at my previous videos actually, because I can't remember now. So I'm probably going to go and check my archives and just look at some of the older videos I had, just to find out and verify what voltage and current I was getting previously. It's catching again. That is how free running it is. It's very good. It just started, that middle started to catch on the drive shaft in the middle, the plastic spaces. I mean, even though the bearings are crunching away, it's still doing pretty well. There's very, very little cogging on that. Very, very little. It's going backwards, look. Going forwards. There's very little cogging on that. Save my meter battery, I think. Mine doesn't turn itself off, so. Right, that's that for now.